All right, you just shot your first deer. You got to take your selfies, your videos. You got to tell everybody you're the new Steve Rinella. And now you got to figure out what to do with that deer. Well, you got to butcher him. Well, I'm not going to show you that horror, but I'm going to show you exactly what you could do with that meat, how to cut it, how to prep it, and how to turn it into some real usable product so you can get the best out of your kill. First things first, you want to separate the prime cuts out of it. Everything else can be smoked and ground up. So here's your basic ingredient list for your marinade for your venison strips. You need a little bit of citrus, and you want a little bit of salty. A little bit of ground mustard, a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of coriander, and a little bit of sweet. It's not an exact science, but you definitely want to dilute the soy sauce with 50% water. And now we're cutting up all the pieces to be smoked. You can do small pieces, chunks, long strips, however you do it. I usually cut it about a 1/4 inch thick, sometimes a 1/2 inch if I'm doing really thick ones and I smoke it for a long period of time. All the trimmings and small pieces, we're just gonna grind it up for sausage. Every recipe that I've read calls for a little bit of pork fat, and that's just to make it a little taste a little bit better, a little less gamey. I added a little bit of fresh basil to it too, and I used mustard. Mustard seed apparently is supposed to be a really good additive when you're going to make sausages out of it. So we went ahead and we added that as well. Now you get yourself a meat grinder. I bought this on Amazon. It was 25 bucks. And then I got some meat casings. That was maybe another 8 bucks. You're ready to go. And now you want to get to grinding. You're going to grind it up. You're going to fill it up. You're going to twist the ends. Wait a minute. What are we talking about again? All the nice strips and the nice cuts that we cut earlier. We're just going to make a marinade to kind of break down all the tissue. A little bit of milk, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. We're going to let it sit for a day or two. I'm all about pressing the air out of the bags, out of all the bowls and everything, and that's just to get the marinade to sit flush and to completely cover all the meat. Now you're going to toss it in the fridge. Come back in a couple of days. Should be ready to go. This really is a multiple day marinade process. You want to break down the meat and then you want to soak it. So you want to drain all that. I like to use fresh water from the gallon and not the tap water. And then we take our marinade from earlier, we give it a little mix, and then we're going to add it to the bag here, and then we're going to let that soak for a while. 2 days to be precise. We want to really give it plenty of time for it to absorb all the good flavor. And now we're just going to throw it on the grill. Nothing hard about that. Come back in a little bit, check to see how it's doing. It's looking beautiful. Let's get a nice slow-mo close-up. Yeah. Try not to spend too much time meat gazing. We got other things that we gotta do. We're still busy. You wanna make sure to smoke it for at least a couple of hours. You can always finish it inside the oven at like 180 degrees. It'll come out nice. Make sure you test your food. You don't wanna poison anybody. Gotta make sure it's tasty, it's good, ready to go. Stay with me here. We're almost at the end. We got to bag it up with our little food saver bags. And you want to organize your food so that it looks presentable. It looks good. You just did all this work. You killed that deer. You marinated that meat. You butchered it. You did everything that you needed to. So the last thing you want is for it to look like dog meat or look like crap in a bag. So you want to make it look good. You put everything presentable. Be proud of yourself. You're one step closer to self-reliance. Congratulations, my friend.